Hi guys, I am back with another review for AHS Cult Season 7, Episode 5, Holes. And this episode overall was good. Um, we start off with the newscaster, and she's talking about the news and everything. And then, we get her in a scene with the newscaster guy, and she was talking, and they were saying about the girl's death and, everything. And they were threatening each other, and then he was like, okay, I'm gonna fire you. And she was like, you know what, you're not gonna fire me because I have dirt on you and I know everything you did. So that's that. Kai was talking about meeting with his cult and everything, and just the general spreading fear and everything. Then we get Ivy walking in, and I knew it. I knew she was a part of the group all along. It was so obvious. We get a scene with Allie. She's in the bathroom, freaking out as usual, because she thinks there's holes all over her, and she sees holes. So she goes to her therapist, which, wrong move, because he's in on it. But she doesn't know that. She was saying like, okay, she misses Ollie, and the whole thing with Ivy, and she's having financial issues. She can't take it on all by herself. So we get a scene with Allie and Ivy talking over things, and it's a flashback, and they were saying how things were gonna go. So we get the scene where Allie is talking to Ollie, and she's telling him that she misses him and everything, and he's just like, whatever. So after that, we get another scene with Winter and Ivy, and they're driving, and they're talking about the country is being destroyed and everything, and we need to get it back on track and everything. Kai comes in with his cult, and they're planning to kill Bob, so they go to his house. Then Bob tells him that he has a gimp in the basement, so they go down to the basement to see this guy hanging from like hooks and stuff, some kind of bondage type crap. I'm not sure what that was all about, but that was crazy. And they kill the guy, and then they bring Bob up to the basement, and they were like, okay, we're gonna kill you. And they start doing this whole satanic ritual thing to make it like seem like, to spread fear. And they videotape it, and then they kill Bob. And then the next day, Beverly reports it, that she shows the video. And then we get the scene where Beverly's meeting with Kai, and they were like, okay, we need to cut out the weakest link, which was this one guy who was, I guess, I don't know what he was, but I guess he works with Beverly. So they're like, we need to cut him out because he's not cut out for this. And then we get Allie, and she's being paranoid. So Allie sees the guy and the detective kissing and everything. So, she goes checking around the house, and then she sees Meadow in a grave talking about help me. So then she runs back to her house, and then, she locks all the door, and then there's like pounding on the door. And then, Meadow comes at the window talking about, everybody's in a cult, even your wife. And then she gets taken. So Kai's meeting with the group and everything, and they're like, we have to take this guy out, the one, and they have him strapped to a chair and everything. And, he was like, we got to take him out. So, they get like a little nail gun, and, they each take a turn nailing him, which sounds very weird, but was horrible at the same time. So Kai delivers the final shot to the back of the head, and the guy dies. And then we get, Bev and Kai doing the little pinky honest thing, whatever. And they talk about Kai's past and how, his dad was abusive to his mom, and then his mom shot his dad. She shot herself. And then, we find out that the therapist is Kai and Winter's brother. I was like, you know what? I knew it. And they decide to lock the parents up in this room and keep a shrine to them as they decay, which was weird. And that's how the episode ended. And I thought overall it was good. So guys, I forgot to mention this is a two-parter. I'm doing episode 2, Midwestern Assassin, and this episode was pretty good overall. You know, we started off with, an election scene, and there's shots firing, and there's people running, and Allie looks scared. Harrison runs off, and then the police come, and they're like, drop the gun, and then we see it's Allie holding the gun, and then we go back to another scene where we left off, and she's in her house and Meadow gets taken. So then she goes over to the neighbor house again. She sneaks in the window, and then there's like moaning and all this stuff, and the detective and Harrison are having sex in the thing. So she sneaks the keys, gets Meadow, frees her. They run, then they start chasing after them, and they get in the car and they leave and they go to the butcher shop. So Allie sits down and Meadow tells her the truth about what's going on, about the cult and everything, but Allie's in denial. She can't believe that Ivy would do something like that. So, then Meadow tells her story. We get a flashback of, Meadow saying she was in love with Harrison, but, he's gay. So, she started liking Kai. He was talking to her, and then, they were doing things together, then he was kissing her, and then the next minute he said the same thing that he said to her, he said to Ivy. So she was initially just like mad. It was like, okay, you betrayed me. So then she tries to leave the group, but Harrison and the detective are blocking her way, and they tie her up and everything, and they try to kill her. And then we, in the flashback, and Meadow says, you know what, we have to kill Kai. That's what we have to do. So then we get Kai talking at the debate, trying to win over these people, but then this lady starts dragging him for the field and talking about she's about to run for the candidacy as well, and she's gonna take him down. Ivy meets with Kai and they do that pinky thing, and he was like, tell me what's your truth, what's the honest truth. And she's mad at Allie, and we get this little flashback because Allie birthed the baby and she wasn't the one to birth the baby, and then Allie was talking about it's my baby, so she mad at her because she doesn't get to do things with Ollie, or she didn't have the baby and that stuff. So Allie takes Meadow to the therapist, which is the wrong thing to do because they're both in it together. And then, she's like, stay here, I'm going to go talk to somebody. So she goes to the lady who was at the debate house, and, they start talking, and she was like, you have to believe me about Kai, he's dangerous and everything, and she does. And she was like, you got to help me so I can go get Meadow, and you can talk to her and everything. And then, Kai comes with his clown group, and Allie runs into the bathroom, and then they get the lady, and then Kai starts making this Facebook post talking about as her, saying all these things, and then they shoot her, and they leave. Allie goes back to the therapist, and he says Meadow left, and she's like, what do you mean Meadow left? He was supposed to keep her here. And then she curses out the guy, and she leaves. And then we're at the debate, and she's looking around and everything. She sees Meadow, she starts following her, and then Meadow takes out a gun and starts shooting everything. And then she shoots Kai in the leg, and then she shoots herself, and then Allie takes the gun. So that's what really happened. It was Meadow in the first place. So she gets mistaken for it. But the thing is, we get a little flashback. Meadow was still in it all along the way. Hold on. So we get a little flashback, and Meadow was in it the whole time. I knew it. I knew she was still in it. I knew they were going to try to get Allie some way. And I was like, yep, I knew it. So, her and Kai planned this. They planned the whole thing. Now, she's stupid. Not me. Not for all of that. I would kill myself just so he could become somebody and try to make some kind of plan. That was so stupid. But that's how it ended. And, can't wait to see what's going to happen on the next episode. And, I will see you guys later. You can subscribe, like, comment. Bye.